We're just a couple of nerds getting sidetracked with side quests. I'm Adam.
I'm Kaya, and every day is a new side quest.
Hello, Wanderers, and welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey. We have to speak to presumably Mr. Editor, the editor, in case, talk about only having one job to fit your life when you have a name like Editor. It only makes sense that you become an editor. Just saying. Let's see what he has to say. Excuse me, are you Mr. Tor, the editor? I am, and you are? I'm Catriel Layton, from the Layton Detective Agency. You've probably heard of me. Nope. Oh, well, that's a shame. Still, you know me now, don't you? Mr. Bonan has asked me and my colleagues to investigate the case of the stolen kiss scene. We'd very much like to take a statement from you, Mr. Tor. After all, you've worked for Maverick Director for many years, haven't you? I'm surprised a kid your age has even heard of me. Alright, let's see what else you know. I bet you haven't heard of this Rector film, have you? I mean, Ernest probably has. There's been an incident at a farm where all of the cows have disappeared. According to a witness, a UFO sucked them all up and some aliens came out. What? Now, for reasons that will remain classified, you need to place an alien in each of the spaces where there is currently a cow. Select a cow to suck it up into the UFO and swap it with an alien. Creature coming down from the UFO will take the other empty space. What? In each where there is currently a cow, select a cow to suck it up into the UFO and swap with an alien and vice versa. The creature down with the UFO will take the other empty space. This is such a weird puzzle. Take the other empty space. What? This one seems so simple, but like, I don't. It's so weird. Like, is there a trick to it? Am I any? Let's see, that's stuck in a loop. God, this is a weird one. I thought it'd be simple. But like, if I suck up the alien, it just puts a cow back there. So like, that does nothing. Yeah, it does that. What if I do this? Now there's a cow there. Nope, nope, nope. Undo that one. Undo that one. I went too far. Alright, so this should work.
I have a feeling that perhaps...
God.
Thank goodness I got that right.
Such a weird ass puzzle. How did you find it? Not a bad action thriller, eh? Oh, I'll say, UFOs and aliens always make for a jolly good tale. I know what film it is. It's the rarely seen Signs, Close Equations of the Third Kind. Alright, now I'm impressed. Rector was still a newcomer, so the film had a case of total unknowns, and it quickly disappeared from the big screen. And the production company went bankrupt as well, so it's never been reshown. It's one of the most talked about films among Rector fans. Spot on. You really know your stuff, kid. Okay, fire away. What do you want to ask me? Thank you, Mr. Tor. So, first of all, can you confirm that you were at the screening earlier? Yeah, I was there. I wanted to see everyone's reaction to our latest film, to be honest. But then that happened. It's unbelievable. You know, I've worked closely with Maverick for a very long time now. And I've never experienced something like this before. It's my job to cut Maverick's films and my job alone. Can I ask where you were immediately before the screening today, Mr. Tor? I was with Maverick. We were checking over the film together. Needless to say, there was nothing wrong then, other than us arguing again. Arguing? What about? Well, you probably don't know, but Maverick's films used to be a lot more fringe, a lot more edgy. It's that kind of work that attracted me to Maverick's direction in the first place, and I've stuck with him ever since. But in recent years, he's gone for the popular vote. He's been shooting that kind of overly sentimental dross that the public seem to lap up. And that final kiss scene in this latest film is, well, it never sat with me from the start. But Maverick wouldn't listen to me, would he? Not when we were shooting or when we were editing. So when we were checking over the film earlier today, I finally said it. I told him that scene wasn't true to his style, that he'd sold out. So the two of you quarreled? Yeah, but that's just par for the course. Directors and editors always argue. Always have, always will. Making film sounds like a tricky business. But let me make one thing clear. Just because we argued, it doesn't mean I do something like that and disappoint all those poor people. I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Tor. No problem. You catch whoever did this, alright? I want to know who is responsible. Well, I think we've spoken to everyone now. Unsurprisingly, no one stands out as being the guilty party at this stage. Maybe it wasn't an inside job. Perhaps we should start thinking along different lines. No, I don't think so. I'm still not sure exactly when the scene was cut from the film, but one thing seems fairly certain. It wouldn't have been easy for an outsider to gain access to the film reels in the time window we're looking at. Not to mention the fact that only randomly selected guests and VIPs were allowed entry to the theater at all today. Yes, everyone was carefully checked at the door, weren't they? Certainly wouldn't have been easy for anyone else to slip in. And both Rector and Tor say there was nothing wrong with the film when they checked it just before the screening. So even if someone had managed to slip into the theater unnoticed, they wouldn't have been able to get to the film reels between then and the start of the screening. My thoughts exactly, Ernest. If the kiss scene was indeed stolen, it has to have been by a member of the theater staff or the production team. Or maybe it was that fucking bird that made fun of me. Maybe he vomited onto the reel. I don't know. I think you're right. Oh, let's not forget there's someone we haven't managed to speak to properly yet. That's true. Let's find Mr. Rector and see if he can answer some questions this time. I just hope he's calmed down a little now. Yes, so do I. I wonder if he's still in the lobby. That's another clue. Only 2 more to go. We're almost there. To the lobby. No director. Ah, but there's Emiliana. Look, perhaps she'll know where we can find him. Yes, let's go and ask her, and we can find out how her profiling is going at the same time. Yeah, let's talk to her. Oh, still here pretending to do real detective work. If I were that good at pretending, I could pretend to like you. So, how are you getting on? Don't be so catty. Not that you've hit a brick wall, so you've come to see if you can glean anything from me. Not at all. I was just curious to know how your profiling was going. Very well, I'll tell you. Perhaps hearing some genuine deduction, will make you realize how unsophisticated your own efforts are. A taste of cutting-edge profiling work could do wonders for your future investigations. Well, we can dream, can't we? You know, this lady always makes me want to scratch. Be quiet, Hound. Don't interrupt me with your meaningless yapping. Yeah, bow wow, as in, bow wow, you're annoying. So, having spoken to everyone involved, I've built up a detailed profile of the case. The only person who was unhappy about the final kiss scene was the editor, editor. Yes, I said those are two different words, editor, editor. In other words, he is the only one with a motive. That is technically true, but I do not think he did it. He had complained to the director that the stolen scene was inappropriate for the film. However, Thor has an alibi. On the other hand, Seymour Frames, alone in the projection box, had the opportunity to commit the crime, but there is no clear motive. Frames is crazy about his machines, but has little or no interest in the films he is showing using them. Therefore, he had no reason to commit the crime. The logical conclusion of all this is that the real culprit is someone else. Someone we have yet to investigate. But who could that be? The only other person with access to the film reels who has not been investigated thoroughly until now is Maverick Director. Oh, sorry. Director, Maverick, D, Rector. Again, those are two different words. Well, technically three, because D is his middle name. Director, Maverick, D, Rector. Rector? But why? Rector is a renowned perfectionist. His attention to detail is well known. How meticulous he is about such minutiae as the shape of clouds in the sky or the sound of waves. And it would appear that the final kiss scene in his latest film of his had been troubling him for some time. The perfectionist in him just couldn't decide if the scene was up to scratch, if it was worthy of inclusion in his magnum opus. He agonized over this right up until the premiere screening today, when finally he made up his mind. The scene had to go. With no time to lose, he cut the scene from the reel and either hid it or disposed of it, all for the sake of the perfect film. That is the outcome of my analysis of all the available evidence. Very interesting. It's certainly a plausible theory, Emiliano. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to accept it so graciously. Something about it just doesn't sit right with me. But, do you have a problem with my profiling? It's not exactly a problem, no. It's just something I can't quite put my finger on. Miss Layton's deductions go beyond logic and reason, you see, Emiliana. They have a magic all of their own. Magic has no place in case solving, Ernest. Catriel is working on a hunch, nothing more, and hunches are unreliable. Well, anyway, I think we should have another chat with Mr. Rector. He was too upset before to give us any useful information. Well, that is certainly true, and the more information we can gather, the better. Ah, and talk of the devil, that's him over there, isn't it? Oh yes, and he's with Mr. Tor, it seems. Looks like something is going on between the two of them. Eddie, there you are. Have you got a minute? Sure, actually there's something I need to talk to you about too. Not here. Can we go somewhere a little more private? How about in the auditorium? It's probably empty now. We should have the place to ourselves. Suits me fine. Did you see that, Miss Layton? They disappeared into the auditorium together. Yes, this is an interesting development. We must sneak in there as well. Oh dear, you keep playing your private eye games, Catriel. Some of us still have real work to do. But that was almost the last piece of the puzzle, Emiliana. This is your time to shine now, Kitriel. Let's see what you're made of. That's all he's got to say. All right, let's go to the auditorium. That's strange. We also don't come in here. Where have they disappeared to? Over there, cat. They look like they're arguing. Let's see, I don't think I've looked around here yet. Seats. Alright, let's see what these two are talking about. Alright then, Eddie. Why don't you just admit it? You're the one who cut that scene, aren't you? You've never liked it. You had a problem with it from the first day of shooting. Yeah, and you knew that. But you refused to cut it yourself, you stubborn old fool. Who's the director here, eh? Me. If I say a scene stays in, it stays in. Or did I misunderstand the meaning of director? It's also my name, so I feel like I know what it means. You got a problem with the way I make decisions, and this partnership of ours is over. As of now. It's over, you say? Oh, Maverick, you've done it now. Please, let's all calm down and try to talk about this rationally. Nope. Where did you speak from, Miss Layton? Never mind that. Just take some deep breaths and calm yourselves down. Breathe in and out. And out some more. And a little bit more. That's it. Keep... Ah! Are you trying to kill me? Of course not. I'm a detective. I met for investigating murders to committing them. Anyway, it's clear that you two have some unresolved issues. Oh, you overheard that, did you? We were just letting off some steam about the film, that's all. It seems like a little more than that. The end of your partnership together. This know-it-all thinks he's God's gift to romance films these days. But his love scenes have always been a total disaster. It's only my editing that saved them all these years. It's thanks to me he's produced so many hits. But does that mean anything to him now? Not at all. Not a jot. Not a jot. What the fuck is a jot? Well, you might have chosen to forget, but mark my words, I haven't. I mean, what about this love scene, Does he just have these on hand? Like, here, look at this reel, look at this reel, look at this reel. The romantic Romeo has come to take his sweetheart to a delightful dinner. To add a little excitement, instead of telling him her room number directly, his playful partner took photographs of every junction along the route to the room and sent them to him. The photos aren't in any particular order, but by studying them carefully, you should be able to work out which of rooms A to E is the correct one. In puzzles where there are two different images to consult, one at the bottom left and a bigger one, toggle between, alright. So, you're not in any order, but at one point they reach a dead end. Which, the only dead end like that is this one, and this one. He also reaches two four corners, which the only one's there and there. And he also reaches a corner, which could be anything, unless it matters which is the left, like unless the orientation of the corner matters, in which case it would be B. I feel like I went through that too quickly. Yeah.
What's the matter with you today?
I clicked it and I was like, wait, maybe I should think this through more. But I mean, this is one of those puzzles where it's like, there's only so many solutions. No particular order. So let's just say, I guess there's a four corner there technically. Oh, the fire hydrant. All right. So that's the fire hydrant. Yeah, because that's the fire hydrant in the one picture. So that's where he starts. So that's that picture taken off. And we know it's not this, it's not B. So it might be this one. Let's see, if he goes right, then that would be that one. And if he goes up, that's a four corner, which would be that one. Then he'd have to go right again to reach the wall to be C. I mean, it could be C.
This is an interesting one. What's the
Or
matter
not.
with me today?
No worry, Catriel. It's literally just a matter of time at this point, because if I have to, I just guess the rest. Yeah, because he comes out, like, that's that picture with the fire hydrant. And, like, he has to hit another four-way cross. It's the orientation of the pictures that I feel like is throwing me off. Like, he comes out here, he could go straight and then reach this T here. So that's two pictures used. And then if he went left, that'd be the other four-way cross. So then it would just be the corner and the other one. Which corner and the other one? So it's got to be D.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
All right. Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, I didn't think he'd solve that one. That's had me stuck for decades. There's no puzzle that can't be solved with some calm and considered thinking. Mr. Tor, if you've calmed down a bit now, perhaps... Calm down. Are you being funny? I don't care about that spat with Maverick before, but I can't be pinned for this theft of the final scene. I mean, it's a matter of pride. What sort of editor would do something like that? I say, miss, I don't think this fight is going to sort itself out anytime soon. Oh, well, never mind. It's rather fun to watch, shall we? Great idea, Kat. Let's just forget about the case and watch the two prime suspects argue instead. Don't be snide, Cheryl. If we listen in, they might let us something slip that gives us a lead. Sneaky cat. You're one sneaky cat. Bride, that's more important to you than honoring the decisions made by the director, cutting scenes that were never asked to cut. For the last time, I did not steal that kiss scene. And you know I would never cut a film unless you gave me the go-ahead. But it's no secret you didn't like that scene. You always had a problem with it. Come on, admit it. Yeah, I had a problem accepting that the great Maverick director could be happy to end one of his greatest films with a scene like that. It's just... Why don't you admit it? You never really got on with that scene either, did you? Yes, I did. I was perfectly happy with it. So you're willing to compromise on quality these days, are you? You make me sick, Maverick. But you know what makes me more sick? The fact that someone other than me cut one of your films. All right then, Eddie. If it wasn't you, then who was it? Tell me that. If you ask me, it was you. Listening to your conscience before it got corrupted by fame. How dare you? Back in the old days, you wouldn't have stopped shooting until you got a scene you were 100% happy with. But now, all those days are gone. Yes, the days when my films made no money. Look, if I've changed my directing style, it's for you and the rest of the crew. And we're grateful for that. We all appreciate actually getting paid. Don't get me wrong, money is good. But does that mean you have to make such huge compromises to the production? Does it mean you can't be true to yourself anymore? Look, I know I said your love scenes were rubbish, but the truth is, you have shot some good stuff in the past, haven't you? Maybe. That was a long time ago now. Anyway, Eddie, being too idealistic doesn't pay the bills, does it? That's the bottom line. Fine. If that's your take on it, there's nothing more to say. Goodbye, Maverick. Yikes. That didn't end well, Cat. Did it? Mr. Torres walked out. This could be our chance to get some important information out of Mr. Rector. Come on, Ernest, and you, Cheryl. Mr. Rector, I'd like to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. I'm really not in the mood at the moment, but alright. If it'll help to get this whole thing cleared up quicker. That was a rather heated argument you and Mr. Tor just had. Are such disagreements between the two of you a regular occurrence? Eddie and I have been a team for a very long time, since long before I made it. So we've had more than a few fights over the years, yes. Back in the early days, we used to have blazing rows above production issues. Still, it's never gone this far before. We've never talked about going our separate ways. Yes, well, one ill word asks another, as they say. If you said things you didn't mean, I'm sure an apology will go a long way to fixing things. With Eddie, I'm not so sure. I hear that you used to make films that were a lot less mainstream, with more fringe appeal. Is that right? That's going back a bit now. Anyway, it wasn't like I was trying to shoot fringe films. That's just how it worked out. That's how people took my material. It wasn't for everyone. But Eddie really liked my old work, and now that I'm watching films now that I'm making films more people actually want to watch, he's not happy about it. You know, he's always pressing me not to include that last scene in No Sub for Love, right from the start. Yes, he told me. He said he didn't believe it was true to your style. Not true to my style, huh? That makes it all sound so simple. The truth is, I don't even know what my style is anymore. It's just typical of Eddie, though. He never had any hesitation in telling me what was wrong with my films. Sometimes, it makes me so mad, but I have to admit it, he's usually right. Oh, who am I kidding? He's right this time, too. You mean about the stolen scene? I just wanted it to be real. I wanted to shoot a kiss that looked like it was genuinely from the heart, not just two actors playing their parts. Somehow, I couldn't get it right. In the old days, I wouldn't have given up. I'd have just kept shooting and shooting until I got the result I wanted. Why didn't you do that this time, then? You're young. I wouldn't expect you to understand. The fact is, as you get older, you lose that drive you had in your youth. No, you're quite right. That's not something I can relate to. It sounds rather sad, to be honest. Ugh, who the fuck wants to get old, right? So, you're telling us that Mr. Tor couldn't accept the scene you shot? That he cut it from the film without your permission? Yes. That's his job after all, cut and film, and he's very good at it. Can't really say I blame him. This is all my fault. This might seem like a strange request after everything that's happened, Miss Layton, but could you try to keep this quiet? Eddie did it for my benefit at the end of the day. I'm afraid that will not be possible. What? But if this comes out, Eddie's career is over. Is it really worth destroying the man just for some sense of obligation to uphold justice? I think the problem is that you didn't do it, Mr. Rector. That's not the reason at all. It's because Mr. Tor didn't do it. You see, the fact is, you are his alibi, Mr. Rector. Exactly. You and Mr. Tor were together at all times until the start of the screening, weren't you? And when you checked over the film reels together, you found no problems. So, if Mr. Tor was never out of your sight after that time, then however much he disagreed with the inclusion of that scene, he had no opportunity to cut it. I suppose that's true. So someone else stole it then. Well, that's wonderful! Miss Layton? Oh, sorry, good. It looks like I have all the evidence I need now. we have the last clue. Now it's time to solve it. Case complete, complete. Let's solve it. I'm not fully sure about this one. Of course. Yes, it all makes sense now. Yeah, and I'm deaf now. That was right down my ear, cat. Miss Layton, have you solved it? Yes, Ernest, I believe I have. Just as every film has a final scene, every case has a truth to glean. And now, I've uncovered both. Oh, well done, Miss Layton. Brava! What a spiffing verse that was. Ernest, summon the suspects. Gladly, miss, gladly. Thank you all for coming, everyone. I have finally ascertained the truth about the stolen kiss scene. Really? You have? Who did it? Come on, spill the beans. I want to know who did this to me, and why. And now, that's why I want to know. When was it cut out of the reel? Tell us, Miss Detective. Put us all out of our misery, please. Momento, Catriel. Why have you asked so many people here? It's clearly obvious that most of them couldn't possibly have been involved. Oh, it's much more fun this way. The more people, the more tension. I agree with Miss Layton. She's a born performer, that woman. Oh, this is so exciting. I couldn't miss a show like this. I mean, as mayor, I have a vested interest in the truth. As the head of the Seven Dragons, I feel obliged to see this case through to its conclusion. Don't eat me, Manero. I really don't care what happened to that scene. Can I just go? Come along, Miss Layton. We're all dying to hear the truth about this case and who the culprit is. Let's not rush. This is a detective's moment of glory, after all. Let's bask in it. True. If this were a film, I'd be having a good suspense track run in the background and really draw it out to build up tension. Exactly. Now, let's get to the case. This was an extremely strange affair from the outset. A final scene stolen from a film on the very day of its debut screening. So, what could be the truth behind it? No doubt, you all have your own theories and ideas. But I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that the real truth will make even the most outlandish theory of yours seem rather tame. Because, you see, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Okay, Cat, is this just a Shaggy Dog story, or do you actually know who did it? All right. You couldn't let me milk it, could you?
If I had to identify one culprit in this case,
What?
it would be you over there.
Didn't do it.
No, it was definitely the bird.
The minor.
Major minor.
When the reels were being switched during the screening, you did a major minor poo on the film.
A poo? And his poo hit the all-important kiss scene. Is that it?
But surely a little bit of bird poo could easily be wiped off the film.
Would everyone please stop saying poo?
Indeed it could, Mayor Loanida. Which is where the second guilty party in this escapade comes in. You, Mr. Seymour Frames. All the equipment here has just recently been upgraded. Mr. Frames cares for his projection machinery so deeply, he couldn't bear the thought of running a soiled film through it, even if the excrement had been wiped off. So he cut the infected scene out of the reel altogether.
So it's his doing then?
Yes, but with the Major resolutely denying everything, it's going to be hard to make it stick.
Oh, poo.
Wow. And changed actors and everything for that scene.
Great film.
I loved it. Where did that kiss scene come from?
Apparently, Mr. Rector. He cut in an old scene of his own to replace the missing one. It's a clip of himself kissing his lover, shot a long time ago when he was still just starting out as a cameraman.
Foxy.
Secretly, it was supposed to be a film about his own love affair. So the clothes and everything match the style of the other scenes perfectly.
That's how he integrated it so seamlessly.
Wow.
You got to hand it to the old dog. It's a very moving scene.
Yes, because it's full of genuine emotion.
They weren't acting. It was true love.
If only someone would give me a kiss like that. Just imagine.
What?
Oi, Pinstripes, what are you imagining?
Nothing. I was
Just what? Spit it out.
No,
What, you dirty mongrel?
A Naval Advance, No Sub for Love, was a hit at the box office with its passionate final kiss scene. And now, Maverick Director is currently working on a new, albeit not too mainstream, blockbuster.
How is it? You always stumble on the answer in these cases.
Stumble on? It sounds like you think it's just luck, Shirl.
Well, isn't it?
Not at all. The truth is, Miss Layton makes logical but instinctive inferences.
I mean, she does. I'll give her that. She definitely does. Oh, choose a case from the pin board. It's help finding her pet. Wow, alright. Well, I'm gonna stop this one there. We solved case 3. Super good, super quick. And now we're on to case 4, which again looks like 6 clues, so I'm just gonna assume at this point that this whole thing is just kind of, I don't know, like, I doubt there's a bigger picture with all these minor cases, but I guess at some point there could be, but it very much just seems like, hey, Catriel's just starting up. Here's a bunch of small cases. Shows her character kind of thing. But I'm still enjoying it, and I hope you are too. And man, the voices suck. I feel like even in this one, Kat's voice, I kind of lost it a bit. But anyways, I just need to practice, apparently. That's clearly what I thought I'd be doing when making videos of Layton, is that I'd be practicing shoddy voice work. Well, come back next time for case 4, I guess. But yeah, till then, I'll see everyone then. Goodbye.